Welcome. I know it's getting to the last session of the day, so excited to kick this thing off today. And so when we put this session together today, we were thinking about the theme, and the theme being game changers here at NRF. And I think if we look back at 2024, we've seen a considerable amount of game-changing technology that no one even thought about. So 2 years ago at NRF, no one was talking about generative AI. 2 years ago, I actually thought Anthropic was a women's clothing store. So turns out it's one of the leading frontier models out there. So I've learned a lot myself over the past couple of years. And so the question now that we have all these game-changing technologies is how do we use them to create a better shopping experience for our customers? At Amazon, we have a theme, a leadership principle we called customer obsession. And what that really means is how do we innovate not only on behalf of our customers, but on our customers' customers, so everyone can have a great experience using technology. And so that mindset has helped us not only develop an amazing shopping experience on Amazon.com, but it's helped us create a great experience for Amazon sellers, people who sell things in the Amazon store. For retailers that run their own e-commerce website, but want to use Buy with Prime and provide 2-day shipping and delivery to their customers, the customers have come to expect and deliver or expect and need. And Amazon ads. How do you target, retain, and win more and more customers every day? So we're going to talk about today. I'm going to introduce the panel here. So first we have Rajiv Mehta, who's the Vice President of AI. For Amazon. We have James Leach from Sainsbury. I went out of order, sorry. James Leach from Sainsbury is the Chief Product Officer. And Neil Fulgate, who is the SVP of Global Marketing at iHerb. All right, so I'm gonna sit down now, so it means I probably gotta switch mics. All right, so Rajiv, we're gonna start with you. If you could talk a little bit about how your organization is using AI to help customers better search products, find products, and ultimately buy products.
Sure. Let me talk about two recent developments and products that we've launched that use generative AI. The first is a brand new conversational shopping assistant called Rufus. For those of you who've shopped on the Amazon app here in the US or happen to go to Amazon.com on the browser, you'll find Rufus right there. Rufus helps customers essentially look for information, find product recommendations, ask detailed product-related inquiries, manage your orders, but it's all that through natural language. You can ask Rufus a question, Rufus will respond back, and you can continue that conversation or move on to continuing your shopping wherever you happen to be. We, to date, Rufus has been asked over 500 million questions, so we're finding customers are really engaging with the product, and it's currently available here, not only here in the US, but we've also launched in UK, Germany, India, France, Japan, and a handful of other countries, and more to come. Maybe a second product that I'll talk about is our new AI shopping guides. This really helps customers when they're shopping in a new or kind of unfamiliar category. So let's say you're looking for a new television. It's maybe a product that you don't buy frequently or a category you shop in frequently. Sometimes it can be overwhelming to just kind of understand, what should I be looking for? What are the latest technologies? What are the differences between these products? An AI shopping guide really helps customers get all that information summarized and at your fingertips, and lets you kind of sort through and filter through that information to find the product that you're looking for. So again, two products that we've launched recently in the last kind of 4 or 5 months here at Amazon.
Neil, how about you?
Yeah, we look forward to testing similar to Rufus, a Q&A type chatbot. It's a little difficult for us in the health and wellness space in terms of the types of answers it's going to give. But we think about how we incorporate AI in terms of different aspects of the customer journey and life cycle. So what's the right way to integrate AI for a new visitor to iHerb, or path to second purchase, preventing churn, and even reacquisition. So from my perspective, we're looking at all these shiny toys in AI, but I really want to know how's it going to serve the business purpose for us at different stages of the customer life cycle. And then test it against a control group is the Q&A going to drive better engagement with new visitor to iHerb? It's going to help them find products quicker. In addition to our recommended products, whether it's carousel, and then for us, search is one of the top actions that people take when they visit our site. So are we serving up the right search results? Are we leveraging the right signals? And we're really excited to now monetize our search. Well, our finance team is really excited about it too, the new Amazon platform. So we're excited to be able to monetize our search while adding additional relevancy and giving our brands an opportunity to be part of that, that life cycle, whether it's a new visitor or a returning visitor.
James, how about you?
In terms of AI, generative AI, I mean, obviously you go everywhere all around the conference and it's literally everywhere. So what we try and do in Sainsbury's is link it to outcomes. So what is it that we're actually trying to drive for as an outcome, both from a customer and colleague perspective, be clear on the metrics that we're trying to drive. And this will be like a common theme that I talk about. Have solid platform foundations that you can build upon, because ultimately, I don't think you're ever going to get the value out of any solution unless you've got those solid foundations in place with your data. We fondly talk about like sorting our Victorian plumbing out, like legacy within the organization. So having really solid foundations in place, and then obviously you can then build upon that with AI solutions, but just making sure that it's not just technology for technology's sake, and it is really, really driving those customer and colleague outcomes.
Great, thank you. So part of the downside of January is you're after the holiday season, it's now return season. Big problem for retailers. So Rajiv, why don't you tell us a little bit about how are we working with customers to help them make better and more informed decisions to reduce the number of returns we get?
Sure. There's a couple of products that we think really help customers when it comes to finding the right the thing that they're looking for, as well as keeping it. One is just customer reviews, right? So customer reviews on Amazon today. We had last year over 100 million customers actually submit one or more reviews. But what we found is that you go to a product, maybe a popular product that's got thousands of reviews, how do you shift through all that information, right? So how do you go through 1,000 reviews or 10 reviews even? It could be a lot to read. So one of the things that we've launched is Review Highlights, which actually summarizes all of the reviews on a product across all the folks that have all the customers that have provided a review. It also brings out kind of the salient sentiments, right? So let's say you're shopping for a water bottle, right? And you want to know, like, is it easy to clean, or is it dishwasher safe, or does it have what is it made out of? Like, is it BPA compliant? So again, pulling out those attributes and then being able to drill down on them, where you're taking like large amounts of information that customers have provided and synthesizing it down into something that's easily digestible so that you can make an informed decision on the product. Another one, which is very popular during the holidays, but it is year round, is, when you're shopping for a piece of clothing. I think all of us have probably experienced, you're a size medium in one brand, but you're a size small in another. Well, that makes it really hard to shop, especially in a new brand where you don't know what size it is. So you may end up having to buy a small when you're really a medium in that brand and having to return it and getting the size that you want. Well, we launched something that's known as Fit Recommendations, which enables customers to easily see based on the brands that they've shopped before. And we take all the information that we have on all the brands that are on Amazon so that we could do kind of the kind of deep exchanges between the brands and figure out that, okay, you're a medium in this brand. That would actually mean that you're a size small in another, based on the type of fit that you have and what you've purchased previously. But you may be a large in another brand. So again, it helps reduce returns, not only because now you're hopefully getting the size of the product that's, in this case, like, a sweater or a piece of clothing that fits you, but also because it just makes it so much easier to discover new brands that you may not have shopped before, because one of your concerns would likely be, is this going to fit me? And do I really want to go through having to purchase something and not know if it's going to fit me well? So maybe a couple of examples for you.
Neil, how about you?
Yeah, we really want to look at the actions that customers primarily take. And leverage AI around that. So again, it does start a lot with search. We've put a lot into our reviews as well, and then using AI to summarize the all of the reviews that we have globally, including the translation, automating translation of them as well. I'd love to see a point where when someone searches, they can pull in some of these elements like reviews, some of the social proof that we have on our site. Our customers like to hear what others are saying about the products that we sell on iHerb, and how we would leverage AI in different touch points. We really want to be more like a friend, right? We want to know just enough about you to recommend something like a friend would, not like your doctor would, or we don't want to know that much about you. We don't want to be creepy with it. So no matter what it is they're doing, browsing, searching, reordering, we want to provide some good credentialed content. We want to leverage the best of AI, social proof as well, and then just mixing that all into the right brew so that over time, we're continuously building that one-to-one relevance, not only for what they're purchasing regularly, but also what brands and products that we also want to cross-sell to them.
James, I don't know, in your business, is there a lot of returns after the holidays?
Yeah, so obviously just coming out of Christmas now. So for those of you that don't know, we're one of the biggest grocers in the UK. So lots of supermarkets, lots of convenience stores. We also have a big general merchandise business, Argos. So in terms of some of the things we've been doing for customers this Christmas, we're really trying to move the way we think about shopping from helping customers move away from like what I'd call like transactional based shopping, where whether it's online or whether it's in store, that you have a list and you go through your list and you build your online basket or you walk around the store. So we really like to think about like mission based shopping and helping customers who are on specific missions. So a mission could be it's food for now, food for later, fake away, all of those different missions. And so we try and create like online experiences that help customers with that, but then also within stores. So I guess how that starts to show up online is again, rather than the customer having to work hard, put a lot of effort in to build the basket, actually using data to what have they frequently purchased before, how do you accommodate like a Christmas seasonal shop, which would be very different to the rest of the year. And then in store, like how do we do navigating, wayfinding, help we have like a scan and go shopping, so we call it Smart Shop, and we do like wayfinding, nudges, and try and do as much hyper personalization by what comes up on the screens there. So lots and lots of different innovations, all with lowering customer effort, inspiring customers, and helping navigate those missions.
Okay, thanks. I'll stick with you since you're already talking. So one of the big themes that I hear from retailers today is hyper-personalization. So Sainsbury's has developed a loyalty program, I believe, called Nectar. And so how are you using that to create a great personalized experience for your customers, from marketing all the way through post-sale?
Yeah, so Nectar is our loyalty scheme, so really big loyalty scheme within the UK. And over the years, we have built that up as a proposition where we've moved from like the traditional loyalty scheme of where you earn points for shopping with us and you spend them, through to actually then where you have like Nectar prices, which is if you've got you're a member of the loyalty scheme, you can access the same savings and great offers as other customers. But what we've developed over the last couple of years is what we call your Nectar prices, which is basically Nectar prices that are completely unique to you as a customer. So, for example, I'm from Stoke-on-Trent, which is a small town city in between Manchester and Birmingham in the UK. I am officially the #1 purchaser of Muller yogurts within Stoke-on-Trent. I like my protein bars. No jokes about can you tell or not with that. So over the course of my shopping history and time with Sainsbury's, I now get offers that would typically be based around the products that I frequently buy. So we analyze lots and lots of data, and then we then generate personalized prices that you can use online, you can use in store. Obviously, the more the customer shops with us, the better the accuracy and the more relevant to them. Yeah, and I think I like it, and we have like our Nectar app, and we do all kinds of gamification with the Nectar app. So we're about to give everyone's review of the year as a customer. So I'll find out, will I have kept my title of the #1 Muller yogurt purchaser and lover of protein bars? So I'll let you know how that goes. We'll see.
How are you dealing with hyper personalization?
Yeah, again, we're just trying to manage the complexity of it and integrate the best of it into every customer touch point from that first purchase all the way through. We, especially with our focus on search more recently and being able to leverage the Amazon ad platform to now incorporate what the brands know about what's relevant in the way people are searching and browsing on our site. So a lot of the brands, they know their products better, they know their audience better, they know the potential and how to be ultimately more relevant across every level of search on our site. We're really excited about the opportunity that to evolve and over time and become more relevant and drive truly the best products up to the top with, you can't really brute force your way in this model through high bidding either. It's based on conversion rate, based on other signals, and ultimately purchase as well, and the success that they have. That's been our focus now. We have also definitely a focus on loyalty. I'm going to take your idea. I love that idea of sort of regionalizing top purchasers in an area. I think that drives a great immediacy, and it is sort of a friendly way to drive engagement and interest for what are very much commodity products for both of us as well. Yeah.
Got it. Thanks. So Neil, I know that you're pretty deep in retail media networks. So where do you see this heading, and what advice will you provide to others considering getting in this?
Yeah, it very quickly has become a complex space, not only if you're an advertiser on retail media networks, but now the idea that you're incorporating a retail network on your own site. We spent about a year considering this, our own retail media network, how we can monetize our search and our audience. With 1,800 brands, the critical thing for us was that it was simple to use, and we don't want to have to train 1,800 brands on how to use a new retail media platform to grow on IHERB. There's also the complexity of billing and the operational impact on finance of this. So we kind of held off on it. Email out of the blue from Peter at Amazon. He presented their solution. It really checked all of the boxes of the concerns that we had, right? So any brand now almost 90% of our brands are familiar with Amazon ads. A lot of them built their brand on Amazon using this platform. So now for us, we simply have to let them know this is an inventory source in their Amazon ad account. They drop down, select IHERB. All the same tools that Amazon has within their platform now are available to them. The way they grew themselves on Amazon, now they can apply that model to IHERB. This is something they've been asking us for a long time. How do I get more exposure on IHERB? Now they have a self-service way to do that. I'm thrilled about it as a marketer. I love the idea that smaller brands can now leverage these tools and these technologies to grow on a platform like ours. And I made finance team really happy as well that they're receiving money from Amazon and not paying. So, a big win for me there as a spender.
Yeah. All right. So, Ajiv, you talked about how Amazon's using AI today and how we're helping the customer experience today. Where do you see this going over the next 12 to 18 months?
Sure. I think we're just getting started. I think we're at a point here where we're going to see more advancements in the next 1 to 2 years than we've seen maybe in the last 5 or 10. It's like almost the dawn of the internet. It's happening again. So I really think when I look at the shopping experience, just bringing more information to customers when they need it, making it easier to find the products that they need by making kind of the the product Q&A, question and answering, the ability to shift through large volumes of information and provide really, really good summaries and synthesis, as also make just really good personalized recommendations based on all the things that I've done and the things that we think would be very helpful to you. Doing that at scale, I think, is going to be a lot of what you're going to see coming out in the years to come. But I really do believe that we're at the cusp of some really, really great invention and things that we haven't seen since kind of the dawn of the internet lays in front of us. So I think it's exciting times for all of us, both with AI and in the retail industry more broadly.
How do you see it reshaping things for iHerb going forward?
Sorry, can you say that?
How do you see Gen AI affecting the shopping experience for iHerb customers moving forward?
Yeah, again, I'd love it to evolve into sort of that sort of friend that they have. We explored this idea a long time ago, and having this sort of like this bot or emissary that helps you through the shopping experience. We had some really painful ideas looking back, honestly, and the way we executed and even sort of like naming it, right? I mean, I know you have Rufus to brand it. So I think there's a lot of value to be had. Again, I'm really strict about about measuring that business value that it's going to drive in Gen AI. There's so many different ways it can be incorporated. You don't want to come off artificial. It really has to be genuine. Our brand position is really that authenticity, that trust. However we use Gen AI and however we use these tools, it really should support that brand position of the global source for trust and authenticity and sourcing. And that's what we want it to eventually evolve into. Yeah.
James?
Yeah, I mean, clearly it's a big part of the future, as I've said. I think where we want to take it is definitely from a customer perspective, it enhances the experience. It takes effort away. It enables you to bring in things like hyper personalization. That inspiration. I guess there's so many places where you can place it, whether it's on our sites, within store, with our helping customers navigating it. But we also really think about the colleague experience with Gen AI as well, and how to. I mean, there's a massive theme all out there today of retail productivity, and over the years we've all invested a lot in lots of colleague apps and all kinds of solutions, and I think having generative AI as a layer over all of that and really helping colleagues, provide a better experience and do the jobs, really effectively, is a big thing that we're looking at as well. So definitely that balance of both customer outcomes, colleague outcomes, but to Neil's point as well, ensuring that it's trusted. It's everything like relevancy. So in terms of what we've got on in the background with the governance that we put in place to monitor it and make sure we keep that trust.
So we've talked a lot about the e-commerce experience. I know Sainsbury is putting a lot of effort into the digitization of the store experience. Can you talk a little bit about that and what you're doing and what you're thinking?
Yeah, love to. So over the last couple of years, we've got a few stores which we affectionately call our mission-based stores, where digitization is a huge part of those. So whether that's digital screens, whether that's the scan and go shopping, whether that's computer vision, whether it's shrink video analytics, whether it's digital shelf edge, whether it's shelf edge cameras. Again, all out there today. There's lots and lots of different providers, almost like a plethora of that. But one thing I'm really keen to do is to learn from, I think, the journey that we've been on in commerce over the last 10 to 15 years, and actually not make the same mistakes with digitizing the store. So really ensure that you get all of your microservices, your foundational layer, your data in a really, really good place first of all. And then I think it makes it a lot easier to then connect all of those initiatives which I've just described. So you can do all of those initiatives in their own right, and I think there'll be some value. But I think the power of being able to connect all of those up, orchestrate them, use a logical AI over the layer over the top of them, that is really, really going to be the thing that adds more value to customer and colleague journeys. So yeah, so we've got lots of stores, planned, and we've done quite a few mission-based stores so far, which starts to show some of our concepts in that space. Long way to go yet, and we've still got some more things that we want to build in that foundation layer. Sort out the Victorian plumbing as I described earlier, but it's really exciting as well, isn't it? Great greenfield opportunity. Definitely learning on whatever we've done in the last 10 years with online and commerce to guide us.
Awesome. We'll look forward to seeing where that's going. So that's all we have this afternoon. So thank you all for participating. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of the show.